Happy Saturday. So today I am going to be going over the questions from the Ask Laurel thread. Just as a reminder, if you want me to personally answer any questions that you have, make sure that you are throwing them inside the Ask Laurel thread. Also, just a quick reminder, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Make sure that you are checking the featured section every single week. This is where I post any type of important announcement. Like if you haven't gotten my book yet, check it out. It is out on Amazon. Super duper profitable ads. If you are a coach or consultant and you are selling a mid to high ticket offer, this is definitely the book for you. I wrote it exactly like a roadmap, as well as, if we go back to the featured section, the other thing is you could always find the Ask Laurel thread here as well. Make sure that you are reading the rules. And I'm just going to go ahead and dig into this. I'm not going to take too much time today. Just a quick reminder that the deadline for these are to submit your questions are Thursday at 5 o'clock Central, and I typically do these live on Saturday mornings, usually whenever I am drinking my coffee. Sometimes it could be later, sometimes it could be earlier. But the most important thing is, please, if you're in this program, do not stay stuck. If you go into the actual training portal and go to the Start Here section, it literally lays out what your first assignments are in the program, and even offers a very special prompt so that if you do get stuck, there's an exact prompt for that. So if you guys are stuck and you're not using this prompt, I know that you haven't gone through the onboarding. So we're going to go ahead and dig right into the Ask Laurel thread. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all comments in the order that we got to them. So Miss Amanda said, first crack at a power offer. Can you please look at mine? Absolutely. I would be happy to. This showed a screenshot of purchase. Thank you so much for doing that, Amanda. So who is this for? So two of the most important lines right here. Who is this for? In the one clear sentence promise. Okay, so let's take a look. New leaders wanting to create more impact, have more influence, and make more income. This is very vague. This needs to be way more specific, right? One of the best copywriting tips I got from my mentor is if you use words that mean different things to different people, you need to get more specific, right? Create more impact. What does that mean? Create more impact. Like what define impact, right? Have more influence, define influence, and make more income. Are we talking about $10,000 a month or $1 million a month, right? Lots of vague stuff here. Let's see, clear one sentence promise. If I offer to coach you for 12 weeks, no one wants to be coached for 12 weeks. They want a direct result. Again, you need to be more, you need to define what does impact, have more influence, and make more income. Are you talking to like, and new leaders, like what do, leaders of the church, leaders of the local football team? We need to be more specific. And so, Amanda, you definitely need to work like on defining a couple of things. Like who are you talking to? It's very, very vague. And this is no knock on Amanda. A lot of people, honestly, and this is why I love starting with this exercise, is because a lot of people, this is where they have the most trouble identifying who exactly they are talking to. Let's see, Yan says, what's the best way for testing? I feel I'm very disorganized and unproductive when it comes to testing. I can see for power offer, but what about general testing for ad angles? Like what kind of messaging lands better? Do I have 5 different hooks? So if you go into most of the offer ad sections, whether you go for lead generation or if you go for the low ticket offer, there are certain setups that I do. So if you go into the launch lesson number 4, watch over the show doesn't launch my 3 ads. This is how I typically do. I do something that's called a 5x3. So if I go I'll just go doc.new. This is how I launch new stuff. Okay. So so my test campaign would look something like this. I use something that's called a 5x3, and that is 5 ad sets. And so there's no CBO, so no advantage budget at this time. What I'm doing is it's 5 ad sets and the same 3 ads, okay? And then if you go inside the program, you can see my copywriting hacks and frameworks. It actually gives you all of my favorite scripts right there. And this is how I'm launching them. So I would be ad set number 1 at $10 a day. and then I would put 3 ads underneath that one ad set. Then I would duplicate, and then I would do ad set number 2, and then I would duplicate, and then I would do ad set number 3, and then I would do ad set number 4. Same thing. So if I'm just copying, right, and then changing, the only thing I'm changing here is my audience. And this is the first round of testing, and I'm testing 3 ad angles, okay? Same 3 ad angles I'm testing. I never test more than 1 element at a time. Here, what I'm actually testing is which of these audiences are going to respond to these ads, right? And so this is how I start testing every single time. That was a really great question. I really like that question. Let's see, Rita says, I watched the training on Messenger conversations to book calls. What will the script be for someone who wants to directly sell in Messenger and not via calls? So this is going to vary. So if I go into, let me go into my Google Docs here real quick. Okay, so I've got my SOP for my Messenger framework. This is a document that I use with my Lean on Laurel clients, but I do give you guys access to what is in this if you go into Messenger Mastery and what to say in Messenger. I actually go through my SOP for Messenger conversations. But anyway, so if you want to make the sale versus getting someone onto a booked call, it's not that much different, right? So instead of here proposing a call, you would literally just say, hey, do you think that, you know, what I've shown you today, you could get value from if you and I worked together on this, right? Like, I don't know enough about your offer here to sell directly. Like, are you selling a low ticket? Are you selling a high ticket? But it's basically the same thing. You're just, instead of, you know, bringing people onto a call, you could say something like, so for instance, right, like if I'm trying to bring someone into Lean on Laurel, right, I'll say something like, hey, thank you so much for answering my questions. It gave me so much more clarity on where you are now and how I can personally help you get to where you want to be. You know, have you ever considered joining, you know, my Lean on Laurel program? Here's the link. And then what I would do is I would send them to my VSL. And this is why it's super important to have a VSL. And I would just tell them to watch this, and if it looked good, to apply. Now, one of the things that you have to know about this is it only works if you've been running my ecosystem. Like, the more that you run the ecosystem, the more people are going to like you, trust you, and it's going to be easier to sell things in Messenger. But at the end of the day, right, this is the big thing. Anytime that we are having Messenger conversations, we need to, step 1, tell them why we're messaging them, right? And you want to ask them a qualifying question so that you know how to drive the conversation. That's another important thing, right? Do not ask an open-ended question, because I believe that most people don't even know how to properly answer an open-ended question. So you want to drive the conversation, right? Now you want to give them time to answer your question, then you want to dig deeper, okay? This is my favorite piece of advice here that I give my students is act as if they just paid you $500 to solve this issue. In this case, if they chose number 2, I would ask them how many calls they're booking each week and what strategies they're currently using to get them. The way I approach every Messenger conversation is what small win or clarity moment can I give them in the next 10 minutes? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together a roadmap, and then I'm gonna ask them, hey, does this look good to you? You know, have you ever considered working with me? Because this is the same thing that I do with my clients inside my Lean on Laurel program. If you want to know what that looks like, let me know. And then I end up sending this video, and this video is actually just a little VSL for my Lean on Laurel program. But at the end of the day, you have to be helpful, right? You have to. And the reason that I like starting off with solving that immediate problem is because that small immediate problem needs to also highlight the bigger problem and how you can actually solve the bigger picture, right? And always just being as helpful as possible, and just kind of casually ask them, hey, have you ever considered, you know, working with someone who could help you solve this problem? Because this is what I do with my, you know, this is what I do with my clients. Or, and again, I'm just assuming that this is a higher ticketed offer. I know that you have an agency. So I'm assuming this is like for your agency. And so I would literally just lay out the strategy. And that's how I sold my agency services. I was like, look, here's the strategy. Here's everything that you're going to need. Here's X, Y, and Z. I provide this for my clients. You don't have to work with me, but if you would like some more information on how to work with me, here you go. Here's the video. So that's how I take people from having that conversation into that sales kind of framework. But it's the same. Like, again, even when you're selling someone onto a free call, it's still a sell. Like, you still have to sell someone on hopping on a free call, right? So let's see. Hey, Laurel, I created my power offer and I got your feedback about it. I'm in the fitness niche, so I write as third person and run the power offer test, but I still get rejected by Facebook. So I took a look at this. I have a couple of questions for you. So one, have you started running your power content yet? Because one of the things that I find is, and this is why I always have you guys start off with power content first, is because if your account isn't in good standing, sometimes Facebook looks at these types of offers as they're just going to reject it, right? And, you know, you probably see other people who are running offers very similar to yours and they have no issues getting their ads up. It's because their ad account has been around longer. And so that's why I always tell you guys, start off with power content, get in good standing with Facebook, have, you know, a lot of valuable content that people are engaging with before launching these types of offers. Because here Facebook is saying that, you know, you have like, you know, some wild claims, you might want to tone this down, but again, I don't have enough context to say, yes, that is, you know, that you're not running power content. I don't know. You didn't give me that context. But one of the things that I found is that running power content ahead of any type of offers, especially in the high risk niche, Facebook tends to allow more offers to those ad accounts who have been running ads for a while. So two things to take action on. One, launch your power content, let that run. See if after running power content for a couple of weeks, if Facebook will allow you to actually launch this. The second thing, which is a little slightly riskier, you could always appeal this. But number 3 is you could also hop on Facebook chat and see if they can push it through for you. Let's see. Bryce says, hey, Laurel, I'm busy planning 2024. Just a quick reminder that I sell horror thriller books. Here are my results for 2023. Overall revenue close to 200% from that in 2022. That's awesome. My online sales saw a return on ad spend of around 1.55 on ad spend of $12 a day using the e-com strategy. This is awesome. See, people are using my strategies, guys. You just gotta do it. And he's an author, right? A lot of people are like, this program doesn't work for authors. Yes, Bryce is one of my rock star author students. In-person events saw a return on ad spend around 2.75. You're rocking and rolling. My big picture goal for 2024 is to have revenue coming in at 200%. Here's my question. I could easily double the number of events I attend, but can't do much more than that. So a big portion of 2024 revenue needs to come from online sales. In an effort to double my e-com, do you suggest doubling my ad budget to 24? Yes, I recommend like keep raising your budget until you're starting to get diminishing returns, right? Because I saw that you do have a follow-up and that roughly 40 to 45% of your transactions are from repeat customers. So if you could raise this up, right? Like if you're adding $24 a day, like keep raising the budget because that's going to extend on your back end offers too, right? You need customers. And so $12 a day is not nearly enough to do much of anything that you probably saw here. But keep raising it 20% every single 24 hours. That should hold your, it should keep you from having too many diminishing returns too soon. Let's see. Rena says, hey, Laurel, going through the content in the course, and I've just posted 3 power content ads. I have a flamenco dance lesson online membership, kind of like Netflix for flamenco. I love this. I love these types of offers. Can you help me with an overview of what my ad strategy could be, or at least that I understand your framework to adapt it to my biz? I'm thinking it's power content to cold traffic. Some of these have value bombs for more engagement, retarget to warm traffic. Yeah. So this is how I would set it up. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to draw it out for you. Let me see. Let me grab a quick Google slide here. Okay, so this is how I would set this up. And by the way, this is actually in the it's the same ecosystem, right? That I have here with the low ticket offer. And so this is how I would set this up for some type of low ticket, right? So you have your power content videos, right? And your power content is going to cold traffic. So this is the ecosystem that I would build for a low ticket offer. You got cold traffic going here. And then I would also do offer ads. here, and you would be following the training here in the low ticket slow funnel. And so we want to hit our KPIs for power content, and we want to hit our KPIs for offer ads, which, by the way, if you go down here, we have the optimization and troubleshooting cheat sheets and everything that you need there. And so this is going to, you're going to end up with a warm stack, right, of people who are watching 25% or more, and then you're going to get the people who are clicking, right? So this is what's going to make up your warm stack. Now, one of the things that I love to do, and this is what I do for, my low ticket offer, is I do these conversion multipliers here so that I can have messenger conversations. But what I also do is I run a strategy that I call the Hot 7, which are just ads that literally retarget people back to my $7 membership. And this is literally what my ecosystem looks like, even for a low ticket offer. So you've got your offer ads, right? So this is ads straight to the offer, so straight to my $7 offer. These are power content videos that give away a value bomb. These are conversion multipliers that give away a value bomb, but in these, we're only sending them to the warm stack. So we never want to stop having conversations, right? And you said that you have a value bomb. And then these are retargeting. So this would probably be, testimonials from people who attend class. Might be a couple of cool, edited dance videos of like before and afters. Here's John before he knew how to flamenco, and here's him now, dancing, and make it fun. That's the thing. You have a really, really fun offer. So this is what, for everyone who's running a low ticket offer, look, the ecosystem's not very different. It's just the tactics at which we're executing things. And Joseph, he wants a power offer reviewed. His niche is tuba and music education. Joseph, end us with a good note. Yes, pun intended. Let's see, who is this for? Tuba players who want a better sound and crystal clear path to growing their technique but don't have a large budget for private lessons. This is awesome. Tuba players who want better sound and don't have a big budget for private lessons. If I offer to help you build a practice routine that fit into your current lifestyle over the next month. Okay, here's the thing. The tuba player doesn't want to build a practice routine. They want to play better, okay? So, what is the promise? Like, define better sound, right? If over the next 30 days you could achieve, what is it that they're actually looking, right? Define better sound and a better technique. Like, if over the next 30 days I showed you three scales that would improve the way that you could play longer without being out of breath or something like that, right? I don't know enough about your technique specifically. Strong, who is this for? But remember, they don't want to buy building a practice routine. They want to buy playing better and sounding better. So what is that one promise that they can expect around what they actually want in the next 30 days? Okay. Man, not a lot of submissions this week, only 8. So we rocked and rolled through all of this. I hope you guys got a lot of value. If you guys have a direct question for me, make sure you are putting these inside the Ask Laurel thread. If you are completely lost, make sure that you are going to the Start Here section and you are watching each of these videos and making sure that you're doing these 3 assignments, and we will get you rocking and rolling. I'm glad that all of you guys are here, and please, please, please use the resources, get the help that you need, whether it's from the community or from me, myself. I love every single one of you guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing week. And for those of you guys who are in